So by my timing, I think she done did the DNA test and she was with Steven anyway, right? If you're following my story on the other channel. Right? So I got kind of a more PG channel and more of a adult channel on YouTube too. One where I'm focusing on my ability to do voices, and the other I'm just dealing with a stalker, in case you don't know. And me and him might have been with an ex of mine. And I don't know all the details, but I just got fed up with it. How she was treating me. Broke up with her. Like I probably told him I would. And I think I might have spoken to her in her native tongue. I don't know, but whatever. She didn't listen, I don't think. Maybe she did. And I never told her I couldn't let her go, Stephen. She knows that. But when she's with you more, I'm going to give up. Anyway, I don't want someone who's pretending they want me, or maybe you had a gun to her head. No. I hope not. Trying to do her like in Warlock 3 or something. Maybe. Because I wouldn't. Well, in one of the Warlock movies, first uh, starring, damn, I forgot their names. uh, anyway, there was a series of movies came out around 80, maybe 89, somewhere around there. I think Lori, what was her name? From Footloose was in it, one of them. I kind of remember her more than the two male leads. um, anyway, so anyway, in one of the Warlock movie series, it starred, what was his name, Julian something, right? And um, what was his name? Er, I can picture his face. He was in. I've seen him recently too. Um, anyway, he's another British actor, right? Julian Sands is the lead character, I think. Maybe. Well, in one of the series of the movies, they had to shoot the children, right? And kill them to prove they could be resurrected from the dead. That's why I'm worried I'm being shot a lot, right? Not saying I know, of course, if I hear, I quote, you know, passages from the Bible, right? And say Jesus can heal me like the fictional character the Wolverine for a reason. Through my faith in him and the eternal spirit, which is the true God, by the way. That made it all. So I'm trying to show you how that might work, right? If he is. But this here is where your fire is. That's your breath, right? Because of this, you have this. So when it says your fire will not go out your mouth, it's not in your mouth to begin with. It's in your chest, your heart. And say the lungs feed the heart the H2O, right? Goes through the body. Mm-hmm. And the designer designed the body to work this way, right? And that, which we got cut off when we sinned with Satan and Eden. Are we locked out of heaven? Kinda, yeah. We locked ourselves out there. You're not locked out by God, you're locked out by Satan, right? And that's really just the body, right? Not so much as the spirit itself. So no. But I think it has to do with weight and sin might weigh down your soul to where it has to go to a fiery pit to be purified. Told you about that before, as metals have to be purified, right? If the spirit is pure when it's first put in your body, when you take your first breath as a baby, right? Or when God breathed into the nostrils of Adam the breath of life and he became a living soul, the H2O was the part of the spirit that started Adam's body. And this planet is where our atmosphere is. And that's why there's a heaven and an earth. There's so much atmosphere and there's so much terraforming, foundation, right? Okay, right. Well, the planet might have used to be cubed, right? Too. Reason where I get that from is the New Jerusalem is squared, right? Or cubed, right? Actually. See what I mean? Which would give you more land mass anyway? A square or a circle. Now that's why they thought the earth was flat. It could have been flat-ish, right? So you needed to round the corners too so you could sail around it on the ocean if the ocean has to be part of the you know what I mean, right? Right. Like I showed you about the rounded, container. Well, the thing about a rounded container, right? Okay, is you can sail around the edges if the seas are on the edges as well. No, we don't know all that details, but it's also rumored there was one landmass at the time, right? And see, when you wear off the corners of a cube, it becomes a what? Circle, circle. Told you that too. See, those who used to believe the earth was flat, it was probably flattish, right? And those who now know it's round, it's now what? Round, round. See, you're both right. In ancient times, right, before the sin, it could have been flat, but not totally flat. either, with rounded corners, rounded edges. So if there was water there, we could sail around it, right? You see what I mean? Though, if it's Eden, okay, the whole planet is Eden to God, not just one little location, by the way. The whole planet was designed for us all to spread out and live on, right? If we didn't sin with Satan as well, but the sin of Satan is what's wearing the edges off. You see what I mean? When you friction spin around in the circles, does it not cause friction? So friction does what to something that was originally square? Wear it down. So it wears it down so much till it became a what? Circle. Right? That's the point. And see, I'll always be Mary Bell's friend because I feel like she was pressured into whatever's going on there. But I forgive her whether Patrick is Stevens or mine or whatever, right? I don't know. I'm just trying to move on from her too. See, it all started though with she. Whatever made her screw up, it started with she. That's when I started hearing the voices. That's when I prayed and fasted for 3 days, right? Because I want a girlfriend. And the shipmates are quid pro quo me. Someone else might be quid pro quo me today. That's the point too. I don't know either. I don't know either. But whatever happened, happened. You can't change the past. Right? But you got to learn from it. It don't mean it didn't happen. You got to confess what happened and repent. So why do you think I tell you the stories I tell you? Learn from my mistakes too. We all got flaws. It's only when you think you don't have none that they really show up anyway. And other people see them and you don't. Two type situation. But if you admit you got flaws, like everybody else, and you can deal with them. If you don't, well, you never deal with them, right? That's what Jesus means. Cast out the beam that's in your eye, and then you can cast out the mote that's in your brother's eye, right? But make sure you're seeing right first, right? If you're not, you're wasting everybody's time. Now, like I told you, maybe Peter thought he did enough, maybe not. Maybe you don't think he did enough, so you can understand it. Well, he had to worry about Rome. What you got to worry about? You got all he thought he needed to give you, though. Mm-hmm. And that's the point, too. Mm-hmm. So you got to forgive even the Romans who crucified Christ, and however he was betrayed over to them, whether Judas was selected from the group, by the group, or whatever, right? These are just hypothetical stories anyway. I don't know the details. But it is possible, right, that they chose lots to betray him as well, and Judas received the lot. Mm-hmm. And probably he was better in on Judas' chief priest anyway, right? Or maybe they convinced him somehow without the 12, 11. Sorry. Mm-hmm. But the ones who saw him, right? No, they saw him, right? The ones who didn't can't confirm because they do not have the faith. The other problem is there's no body of Jesus, and you couldn't prove it DNA-wise unless you got Mary or Joseph or someone's DNA, if that even applies. An immaculate conception being the Spirit made the body of Christ, not Jesus, not Mary or Joseph, right? He might not, unless it made it after their DNA, both of them. Might could do that. I don't know. Told you before. That's why he's not Jew nor Gentile, right? As well. He's not bond nor free. And he's male and female because we are in him. Both. Now he came to make of two one new man. And that goes to the woman as well. Why? We're both male and female. Mm-hmm. But the two were made one in Christ Jesus, right? See, that's why Paul did what he did, right? Or whoever wrote it for him if he couldn't see, right? They say that was his thorn in the flesh anyway. That he asked the Lord about it 3 times. Someone will speculate it was he had a crush on Timothy or something. We don't know. It don't matter. It ain't your business what the thorn actually was. If you don't know, you don't know, right? It didn't say either. Then you're just speculating. But if you're misreading everything, you're not getting anything right, gay or straight. You know what I mean? But what is the real problem with it? Do you want people who feel straight to feel gay too, right? Or vice versa? Do people who feel gay feel like they're being attacked by straight people because you want everybody straight, right? Well, that's kind of a problem too for both sides, right? Like, why do you think I'm being targeted when I'm a kid that I'm gay, right? Maybe they're worried females want to have sex with me, and I don't know. I'm not trying to have sex with them, right? I want one, right? Female. Mm-hmm. That's what I keep emphasizing too. Mm-hmm. Do I know who she is? No. But see, I don't have a gun to shoot you with. So if you're shooting me, what do you think you're doing? Proving I'm one of the witnesses at least. You think? I don't say you're shooting me either. I don't know. But the only way I could not know is if Jesus is really healing me like the Wolverine too, right? If you shot me, So that's how you got to say that, right? If you don't know, you don't know either. And even when the Wolverine shot in the head, he kind of get knocked out and has amnesia, I bet. Depends on where you shoot him, too. But I said, you shoot any man with a bullet, normally what happens? They die. But what do I say Jesus can do with me? Resurrect you in a few minutes, like the Wolverine. Right. In a way, what do you think's really happening with the Wolverine? Even when he was in the one in Japan, he almost died, right? Or was brought back to life, right? In time, too. Do you think that's more about the body or the spirit of the Wolverine soul? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Right? See, what actually heals the body is something you can't see. And that's how the people were healed around Jesus. How do you think? They believed that Jesus was the Messiah, and as a result, declared their miracles. You know, when Jesus went to the people, he asked them, "What would you have me do for you?" Mm-hmm. So you gotta believe, whether you're a child in the wheelchair or an adult in a wheelchair, that Jesus didn't put you there. Satan and your unbelief in Jesus did. You think that's the problem. But no matter your faith level, man is still trying to help man. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. You understand? The doctors are still trying to help you, whether you believe in Jesus or not, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like I told you about faith levels. Some are 30-fold, 60-fold, though few are 100-fold. Trust me. On that one, but that's why I keep talking about good things. What and who I am. Whether it's Stephen interfering with my dating life or Mary Bell or both. I don't care. I get over it. I get over it. It's just a name from the past, too. It could be. It could be a conspiracy against me started by Stephen. Because I told him I was going to do it. This is when he first shot me when I was 16. I don't know. But again, why do you think I'm worried someone shot me with a shotgun in the fucking South? Ever heard of a shotgun wedding? Shotgun! Right? Even Billy Idol knows about that shit. Shotgun. Mm. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. Come on, it's a nice day for white wedding. Ow. It's a nice day to start again. Right. You know what I mean? No, that's now that came out in the early 80s, right? So I was in the rec around 86, right? So whatever. See, you can't prove what you don't remember anyway. Mm-hmm. But if someone's this obsessed with you, you don't know whether it started at the wreck or the fall. I mean, I keep telling people anyway. All my exes live in Texas, right? And believe the man who might be calling himself Steve. I don't know. But I don't communicate to people like normal people. I don't know. But if I'm a church, like I said, what I'm doing is for that church, right? Not for any inappropriate means, right? But the disciples' church was in the house. You understand why? I keep telling you that. They could not go to the synagogue and talk about Jesus anymore. They had to do it in their houses, right? And what did Jesus say? Whichever house receive you, whichever house receive you. Now you have little buildings, okay, you all go to. That's cool. I understand. I'm not against that, right? But that's established, organized religion controlled by the government, too. But they're not supposed to. Whatever. Have a good evening.